We often think that the survival instinct is the most important thing for all living creatures. But did you know that there are animals that do not hesitate to risk their lives just to reproduce? Their journey is filled with challenges and dangers, and sometimes the price they pay is their very life. From tiny creatures racing against time to those deep under the ocean, they sacrifice everything just to continue life on this planet. So, which animals are ready to give their lives just for reproduction? Let's explore this in today's video, and if you find it interesting, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any thrilling stories about the natural world. Ranked 5th on the list is the praying mantis. The praying mantis is not exactly a species that sacrifices its life to reproduce in the way some others do. However, there is a famous and peculiar behavior in female praying mantises, which is the act of cannibalizing their mate during mating, leading to the male's death. This can be seen as a form of sacrifice by the male to provide nourishment for the female, increasing the chances of reproductive success. When the mating season arrives, the male praying mantis embarks on a journey to find a mate. Once he finds a female, he approaches her cautiously and carefully. If the female accepts, mating takes place. During the process, the female may turn around and attack, even eating the male while they are still mating. However, the male being eaten is not guaranteed to happen in every mating event. It is more common when the female is undernourished, but it is not a mandatory behavior or reproductive trait of all praying mantis species. Some male mantises are quick enough to escape before being devoured by their mate. After completing the mating and fertilization process, the female mantis finds a safe place to lay her eggs. She lays hundreds of eggs in a special foam-like structure called an ootheca, which protects the eggs from external threats and predators. The eggs will remain in the ootheca through winter and hatch in spring, starting a new and challenging life cycle for the mantis. Number 4. The Stuartii mouse. The Stuartii mouse is a small mammal found in forests and grasslands of Australia. When the mating season arrives, the males often spend up to 14 hours or even longer mating continuously without taking breaks. During this time, stress hormone levels in the male mouse's body skyrocket, leading to a severe decline in the immune system and causing damage to internal organs. The males hardly eat, sleep, or rest, focusing all their energy on mating with as many females as possible. For them, reproduction is not just a biological task, but an ultimate goal that must be achieved, even at the cost of their own lives. As a result, just a few days later, most male mice die from exhaustion, infections, or other internal injuries. Their fur falls out, they start to bleed, and their bodies decompose from the inside out. This sacrifice is the price they pay to ensure that the next generation is born, continuing the species. The females, after being fertilized, carry and give birth to the new generation. They play an essential role in caring for and protecting their young until they are mature enough to survive on their own, and then the reproductive cycle repeats, with the price of male lives continuing. Number 3. Cicadas. Cicadas are insects with a bizarre life cycle, spending many years in the dark underground, only to live for a few short weeks above ground. Most of a cicada's life is spent underground, where they quietly feed on tree sap and grow. Cicadas can live underground for 2 to 5 years, and the Cicada septendecim species can even live for 17 years. What's remarkable is that when they emerge from the ground, their sole purpose is reproduction, and then they die. Once the cicadas have matured, they emerge from the ground, molt, and transform into winged adults. They do not eat anything during this time. All the energy they have accumulated over the years underground is used for their brief weeks above ground. They begin to search for a mate, and the loud, incessant buzzing heard during the summer is no coincidence. It is how male cicadas attract females to start the reproductive process. This also marks the end of their lives, as after mating, the male cicadas die almost immediately without witnessing the birth of the next generation. Even the females do not live much longer after laying eggs. They become exhausted after laying hundreds of eggs on tree branches. Often, they do not live long enough to see their eggs hatch. Their entire life is compressed into just a few short weeks, yet it holds immense value for the continuation of the next generation. A unique feature of cicadas is that they appear in massive numbers simultaneously. This is a strategy to deal with predators because when so many emerge at once, predators cannot eat all of them, ensuring that enough cicadas survive to reproduce and maintain the species. Number 2. Octopus. Some species of octopuses that live in the deep ocean after mating will choose the perfect spot for themselves, a dark cave or even a hydrothermal vent where hot mineral-rich water gushes from the deep ocean floor. In this ideal environment, they prepare a hopeful nest. After finding a safe place, the mother octopus begins a job that no one else can do, attaching each egg to the ceiling or walls of the cave. These clusters of eggs, resembling bunches of grapes shimmering in the water, are guarded until the mother's last breath. At this point, the mother octopus stops eating, devoting all her remaining energy and strength to caring for the eggs. Minute after minute, hour after hour, she fans water over the eggs with her tentacles, creating gentle currents to provide oxygen for the eggs and remove any potential threats. She does all of this silently, patiently, and with unwavering determination. Over time, the mother octopus's body gradually weakens. She no longer hunts or seeks food. Her energy reserves slowly deplete, but she does not give up. For the mother octopus, the only mission is to protect the growing eggs, ensuring they have a chance to survive in the harsh ocean environment. Finally, after weeks or sometimes months, the eggs begin to hatch. Tiny, fragile, but full-of-life baby octopuses emerge from the shells, immediately facing life in the vast ocean. The mother octopus, now completely exhausted, will gradually fade away, knowing that she has completed her mission. The death of the mother octopus is not the end, but the beginning of a new generation. In the vast ocean, the sacrifice of the mother octopus is a testament to the power of nature, to the sacredness of motherhood that transcends life and death. Finally, we have the Pacific salmon. Pacific salmon spend most of their adult lives in the ocean. They swim in cold, deep waters where they hunt and grow. After about 2 to 5 years, when they are mature, a strong reproductive instinct drives them to return to the place where they were born. When that instinct awakens, the arduous journey from the vast ocean to the spawning ground begins. Pacific salmon start their journey from the vast ocean, which may be thousands of miles away from the spawning ground. They possess a remarkable ability to sense and navigate their way back to the exact river where they were born. However, finding the right direction is not the biggest challenge, as the journey back to freshwater is fraught with many other difficulties. Returning to freshwater, these salmon face strong currents, often swimming upstream. The cold, rushing water is not only a physical challenge, but can also disorient them. They must jump over tall waterfalls and dangerous rapids. These jumps require extraordinary muscle strength and relentless endurance. But even that is not all, as dangerous predators lurk along their path. Predators like bears, eagles, and large fish are always ready to attack. The salmon must constantly evade and find ways to survive these threats. After overcoming all obstacles and reaching the place where they were born, often a freshwater river or small stream with a gentle current and gravel bottom, their reproductive mission truly begins. Female salmon begin to dig nests in the gravel to lay their eggs, while male salmon guard the nests from other predators. And when this mission is complete, they are exhausted, and most will die. Only a very, very few may survive and return to the sea, but in exchange, a new generation of salmon will be born. Their arduous journey not only ensures the continuation of their species, but also stands as a symbol of resilience and a fierce instinct to survive. From the ocean to the rainforest, these animals undergo challenging journeys with one goal in mind: to protect the next generation. Their sacrifice is not just a part of the life cycle, but also a lesson in perseverance and courage. Sometimes, to ensure the survival of the next generation, the price paid is their own life. Do you know of any other animals that sacrifice their lives to reproduce? Please leave a comment below to let us and everyone else know. Lastly, do not forget to subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on more exciting discoveries.